I'm Matt with etrailer, and today we're going to be talking about the Titan chains, tire chains on a 2022 Nissan Rogue. And our tire size today is going to be 235, 60 R18, and we're going to have it on a front axle as what the manual recommends. So let's take a closer look at it. So these are going to be a great set of chains for you if you're looking for something that's just more in case of emergency scenarios, just to get you through light duty areas, or you live in a state that requires you to have chains. So let's take a closer look at them. We're going to have this roller link design, and that roller link design is going to provide you more of a smooth ride overall. They're also going to sit very low to your tires. That's also going to help with that, but it's also going to sit well below our suspension, making them Class S chains. These are also going to be a ladder pattern, and that ladder pattern is going to assist when giving you more traction when driving forward. Here at the bottom, we're going to have this lever. That's going to assist with getting that extra tension out of these chains. Your chains are going to come two to a set in this bag, and it is pretty light duty, but so are the chains. If you're using these a lot, they're not going to last you too long. They might last you maybe 2 or 3 seasons. And this bag is going to last you probably not even as long as that. So what I'd recommend is investing in a small tote to keep your chains in. Overall, these are going to be an okay choice for you. I'd actually recommend another set of chains that Titan Chains does make. That's going to be a set of roller link chains that comes with a rubber tensioner. And what's great about that other one is that you don't even have to get underneath your vehicle like you do with these. But if you already have a rubber tensioner that you really like and you don't mind getting underneath your car, then I think this will do you just fine. But if you need help installing it, just stay tuned and we'll show you how to do it. To start off our installation, we're just going to lay out our chains. Now if you're doing this for the first time, I just recommend doing this at home so you don't have to figure out how to install it on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But I also recommend grabbing some gloves, and when you're checking everything over, you want to make sure there's no damages to your links, and then everything's in the right orientation. So you notice we have some hooks here. We want to make sure those are facing up so they're away from our tire. And we'll have a lever over at the very end, right here. And we want this on the outside furthest away from our tire. Once that all looks good, we're just gonna grab our chains, lift up on them, and drape them over till everything's sitting even. Once it is, we wanna make sure that the chains aren't sitting too far on one side, so it's even on the sidewall. And once that's in place, we can get underneath our car. When you're under here, you'll notice it's a pretty tight fit, but all you're going to have to do is grab these metal blocks on the side and run it through this channel on the other side. Now if you are a larger person, then that might be a little bit difficult. And then it'll grab on in place, and then we'll go to the front side. The front of the tire is going to be a similar process, running these blocks through this channel. It's going to be easier since we're on the outside. We want to just get this nice and tight. And then we're going to use this lever to pull our cable nice and tight and lock it in place over here. You might have this tab in your way, so you just have to push it over to the side some. And all this is for is if we have a lot of excess, that's just going to go through this channel and lock into place so you don't have this dangling all over the place. At this point, I'd give it a good pull, make sure everything feels pretty tight. If it's still a little loose, just kind of run these blocks through this channel a little bit more. Just make sure both sides are even. And if it is, after that, I'd recommend grabbing a rubber tensioner and putting it on your chains. What this is going to do is keep tension as you're driving. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can find them on our website. And when you're putting them on your chains, we want to make sure these hooks are facing away from our tire so we don't puncture it. When this side is done, you just repeat that same process on the other side. And then I recommend pulling forward or backing up some to make sure everything is sitting well. And if it is, then you can hit the road. But if you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at our Titan Chains tire chains on our 2022 Nissan Rogue.